Now, my lord, there is a public agitation, my lord. Maybe because of either misinformation or politically motivated, my lord. I cannot say on that, but there is a public agitation, my lord. Now, the material is right at the footsteps of the incinerator, my lord. So, if that could be tested, my lord, at the threshold now, and first two things find out, my lord. One, what is the level of toxicity present in that material, and if a test incineration could be done, and public could be made aware that this is the situation and there is nothing so alarming, my lord.
That there has been a huge public outcry on the basis of certain fictitious media reports wherein baseless rumors have been floated with the various sections of the media to paint a picture that another industrial disaster would take place if the waste is unloaded and disposed of at the facility at Pithampur, which would lead to severe environmental implications.
I filed this petition on behalf of MG College Alumni Association. They all are the expertise doctors, senior doctors of Indore. They have formed this association, Malik, and they have carried out various research papers and everything over there. And on the basis of research, Malik, they have come to the conclusion that the waste which is available over there, it is a toxic waste. And the test which is carried out in 2015, Malik, it is for only 10 metric ton, Malik. Whereby when you see, it will convert into 357 metric ton matter. The effect on pollution and air, it will be different because all the reports which has been filed before the court matter, it is in pertaining to air pollution matter. There is no report so far as soil is concerned matter and other parts are concerned. Insulate that because Malik, the problem is the people of the village, 7,000 people are just residing just near to that factory matter. They are in such a condition where they can't say anything. What is going on over there? They are not permitted to come out of their house.
Take down. You are in which matter?
My lord, item 1, my lord, that Bhopal Gas, my lord.
First of all, my lord, on behalf of all of us, my lord, we all wish your lordships a very happy new year, my lord.
Yes.
Sorry? A very happy new year, my
On
lord.
behalf of all of us, my lord, we are wishing your lordships a very happy new year.
Thank you very much and same to you all.
Happy New Year, Lordships.
Why this during vacation you have this government has demolished the temple from the Chief Justice bungalow?
No, my lord, this is my lord, to me it's a surprise, my lord. It's not a correct.
No, but you are the authority. You
You are the government, my lord.
you did that. And that is on back of. I was not there. You should not have demolished like
My lord, we have not done anything like
Sorry?
that.
You have not done. Then who did this? If you have not done. Yes, please.
My lord, this is the Bhopal Gas matter, my lord.
The material has been shifted, I think.
Yes, my lord. On 3rd of December, my lord, your lordship passed an order, my lord, giving certain directions to incinerate and report, my lord. Now, my lord, there is a public agitation, my lord. Maybe because of either misinformation or politically motivated, my lord. I cannot say on that, but there is a public agitation, my lord. Now, this waste, my lord, was packed, my lord, way back in 2005. My lord, it was lying open in the factory, my lord. We moved an IA, my lord, that at least that should be packed and kept in containers. Way back in 2005, my lord, this honorable court wanted to get it destroyed, my lord. So there were interim orders passed, my lord. And, my lord, I'll show that order, my lord. That time also it was directed that you have a test report done of the material which is lying there. Because the view was, my lord, that that time it was about 20 years from the tragedy. Today it is 40 plus. Maybe, my lord, that toxic waste has either lost its toxicity, my lord, or reduced to a great extent. We do not know, my lord, what is the status today. But nonetheless, my lord, that entire material has now been shifted to Pithampur. It is lying in the trucks, my lord. Now,
Lying in the truck.
yes, packed in the containers, my lord. In the containers, as it was packed from Bhopal, at Pithampur, it is now packed and lying in the containers of the trucks, my lord.
Okay.
So, my lord, if there is a public agitation, my lord, my respectful prayer, my lord, I have been appearing from day one in this matter, my lord. My lord, to dispel the public, my lord, belief about as if, my lord, some nuclear thing will happen or some disaster will happen. My lord, could it be, my lord, that this toxic waste which has reached there, earlier, my lord, when the interim orders were passed and the matter went to Supreme Court, The concern was how to get it tested at Pitampura, because material was lying at Bhopal. So there was a concern. Supreme Court was of the view that, all right, you get a similar material from some other industry and destroy it here at Pitampur to find out what will happen. Now that situation is no longer there. Now the material is right at the footsteps of the incinerator, my lord. So if that could be tested, my lord, at the threshold now, and first two things find out, my lord, one, what is the level of toxicity present in that material, and if a test incineration could be done, and public could be made aware that this is the situation and there is nothing so alarming, my lord. This is all, my lord.
Take steps.
My lord, now the government has to face, my lord, the public agitation. They are wary of the situation that the people are on roads.
Your Lordship may kindly appreciate, my Lord. My Lord, I would make a most humble prayer that your Lordship may kindly refer to the order dated 3rd of December 2024.
Yes.
My Lord, by that order, we were in fact directed, my Lord, to load the toxic waste, my Lord,
Right.
from Bhopal in containers, which is fireproof and leak-proof. And let it be, my Lord, this waste be stored at the Pithampur in the disposal site, my Lord. So that part of the order we have already complied with. So your Lordship may kindly permit me to my Lord, file this compliance affidavit. My Lord, I'll just place it for kind consideration of the Honorable Court. So, my Lord, first part of the order that we have already complied with, my Lord. Your Lordship may kindly come to paragraph number 8. 8 of the affidavit, and that your Lordship will find at page 4.
Right.
So I'll just read it for your Lordship, my Lord, that the waste was loaded in 12 fireproof and leak-proof containers and transported in long-haul trailers, trucks on the night of 1st of January 2025. The transportation was carried out in following vehicle. The my Lord, vehicle registration number is given. Then, my Lord, in paragraph 9, that the transportation of the waste was carried out with the support of police and administration, wherein the support team consisting of doctors, fire brigade staff, and reserve team consisting of skilled laborers was deployed. That a green corridor was provided to the convoy. That the transportation was done as per the approved SOP and tender requirements, which are totally in line with the Central Pollution Control Board guidelines. Now, my Lord, para 14 is now relevant.
14.
My Lord, may kindly come to page 6 of the affidavit, my Lord. That there has been a huge public outcry on the basis of certain fictitious media reports wherein baseless rumors have been floated with the various sections of the media to paint a picture that another industrial disaster would take place if the waste is unloaded and disposed of at the facility at Pithampur, which would lead to severe environmental implications. That to cater to the said mispublicity, the deponent has issued directions to various officials of the state to take actions to infuse confidence in the public and to dispel their myths by giving them factual input so that they may not be misguided by the fake news and the wrongful information floated by the miscreants and vested interests. It is respectfully submitted that the said exercise will take some time. However, the answering respondents at this juncture assure the Honorable Court that they will perform their duties and obligations and will take the public of Pithampur into confidence for the same. The deponent respectfully prays for additional time for completion of the entire exercise. So, my Lord, with this backdrop, my Lord,
In that case, what we can do, that we can direct the media not to publish fake news until it is issued by the expert body, right? Because they could say anything without verifying. Yes.
No.
Lordship, may I submit?
my Lord,
briefly, Your Lordship?
Lordship,
Just
kindly-
to,
kindly see one more
submit-
petition is listed
Yes.
at item number 40.
41.
Yes.
That is my petition. my
Yeah.
lord.
Yes.
My lord, I have also moved an application for intervention in this matter.
Yes.
My
Yes.
lord, I filed this petition on behalf of MG College Alumni Association. They all are the expertise doctors, senior doctors of Indore, they formed this association, Malik, and they have carried out various research papers and everything over there. And on the basis of research, Malik, they have come to the conclusion that the waste which is available over there, it is a toxic waste, Malik. And the test which is carried out in 2015, Malik, it is for only 10 metric ton, Malik. Whereby when you see, it will convert into 357 metric ton, Malik. The effect on pollution and air, it will be different because all the reports which has been filed before the court, Malik, it is in pertaining to air pollution, Malik. There is no report so far as soil is concerned, Malik, and other parts are concerned. So my submission is this, Malik. The heavy metals like lead, mercury, all this kind of metals are there, Malik. And we have
Whatever you, that is your item number 41.
yes, Malik, 41. And public
Your
has
Lordship, may I submit, Your Lordship, before we get to item 41, Your Lordship, there is, just briefly, Your Lordship, if I may, Your Lordship, take Your Lordships to the 3rd December
No
order.
more interventions now, my lord, after 20 years, my lord. This is
Lordship,
an
may I just-
intervention, my lord.
Just submit, Your Lordship, before my learned
Fresh
friend.
intervention, my lord. No, it can't be endless.
It's not a fresh intervention, Your Lordship. I'm not a fresh
present
intervention.
shipping of the
Mr. Randall
hazardous
knows I've been
material has
appearing for
given
the
a
beginning.
fresh cause of action to all of us, my lord.
Your Lordship, may I only submit what was in the order? Your Lordship, the order of 3rd December, 2024 now, in para 1 itself, noted, and I'll just read from it, Your Lordship, para 1. Though some steps have been taken, but they are minimal and cannot be appreciated for the reasons that the present petitioners of the year 2004 and almost 20 years have elapsed, the respondents are at first stage as mentioned in para 7.1 of order dated 20th March 2005 and para 4.1 of order dated 13/5/2005. This is a really sorry state of affairs because the removal of toxic waste from plant site, the decommissioning of MICN 7 plants and removal of contaminants that have spread in the surrounding soil and groundwater are of paramount requirement for safety of general public of Bhopal city. Now, Your Lordship, the affidavit which has been read out by the learned counsel for the state only points out that they have shifted the material without even a minimal, as my learned friend Mr. Nagrath has pointed out, even a minimal testing of what is in the material. They have not done any or initiated, they cannot have finished it in this time, initiated any testing of the contaminated soil. There hasn't been test performed for almost 10 years. Neither of this material of the others. So, Your Lordship, the state cannot just minimally comply or superficially comply with Your Lordship's order and say that we have taken the first step. They should have tested it and then Your Lordship taken the step, as Your Lordship's orders doesn't say to incineration. It says comply with environmental laws, which of course requires the state to conduct scientific studies before taking the first step.
Counsel, listen.
No, sir, sorry.
Whatever the intervener application and the petition number 41, we can dispose of by directing them to treat as a representation, and they will take steps accordingly.
so Malad, it can't be done. Malad, I have
I'm sorry. Pilot, I'm sorry to intervene in this matter.
Meeting of all the concerned parties. We can sit together and decide the best technologies available, who are affected, and their concerns should be addressed. We are all seeking a meeting of all parties.
Right.
If I may be allowed to intervene just for 2 minutes.
How to go about it? By utilizing the best available technologies.
Right.
Yeah.
So they will,
Yeah, because it is possible, on-site remediation is possible.
it is possible.
It is possible. No, we have to examine the possibilities.
Right, right.
Yes, that's why I'm suggesting that a meeting of all concerned parties, including residents of Pithampur and the representatives of gas victims,
Right.
a meeting, government, state government, and Dow Chemicals, everyone together.
So you have also filed that.
Yes.
Therefore, that's why we say the whole application
Yeah.
and the petition number 41.
Yeah.
Those will be treated as a representation,
Yeah.
right? And they will certainly take steps.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Whatever the test or whatever the mode of disposal you have suggested. So
Experts will decide. Experts will decide that.
Your Lordship, there's already a high-powered committee appointed by this honorable court which is supposed to take these decisions. There is no decision of the high-powered committee.
ठीक है, वो ये डिसाइड करेंगे एक्सपर्ट बॉडी इनके पास।
The United Nations Environment Program expertise.
My lords, may I submit?
एक
My lord,
सेकंड, तीसरा बोलेगा तो कुछ सुना ही नहीं पड़ रहा, सब एक ही साथ बोलेंगे, एक एक करके बताओ।
My lord, we are expertise people and we have made a report on this, my lord. They are only putting chemicals to be a disposal over there, my lord. It is not the actual picture, my lord. The disposal and residual having a multiplicity of effect, my lord. Because only 10 metric ton test has been carried out by them, my lord. And 10 metric ton is giving 5% of emission in air, my lord. And so far as
मिस्टर कौर यही काम कर रहे हैं कि आपकी जो पिटीशन है, जो आपने सजेस्ट किया क्या करना नहीं करना, they will consider.
My submission is this, Marat, let this petition be remain pending, Marat, and they should decide it, Marat, कि whatever submissions we are making before the court, that submissions and reports, expertise reports, everything to be considered, and till then they will not insulate that. Because Marat, the problem is the people of the village, 7,000 people are just residing just near to that factory, Marat. They are in such a condition, Marat, they can't say anything. What is going on over there? They are not permitting to come out of their houses.
Take down.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Lord,
I have also filed an
My lord, may I submit, my lord?
Sir, this 320 tons is going to triple the amount. By the time it is burnt, it is going to become more than 900 metric tons. The problem will come, the incineration will have its own issues. The problem will come when you see the same waste. It is going to go into that same landfill, which is leaching. And that is where the problem is of groundwater contamination. We just want to suggest, I agree with the petitioner, wanted to suggest what we're missing in this whole picture is the polluter pays, right? So the polluter, there are simple options. You pack it in a stainless steel drums and you ask the polluter, which is Union Carbide and Dow Chemical, to take it back. This is not the first time. In 2003, Unilever company was asked to take their mercury back from the canal back to US because they have the best technology to incinerate it. So why should our people bear the brunt of this when this is a disaster created by a corporation that is continues to come to this port? We have spent 20 years. It's not harming people if it is contained. It will harm when it will be burned and when it will be buried. When there are effective solutions, let's do that. That's all we are suggesting.
You tell us one thing. Suppose it's a packed material.
Yes.
I think packed material, suppose it is dumped in the same manner, in the packed situation. What will be the effect of that?
It can't be done else because it will come out.
It will come out.
Yes, it will come out.
It'll leach, your lordship. That is the problem in the ground, soil and water.
What's it? That's not.
It cannot be considered in a form of container. Affidavit filed by the state government before. In 2011, there is an affidavit which is saying this kind of contamination will be there. In Indore also it is giving the effect because the Nala which is just going, it is related to the Gambhir river, and thereafter it is coming to Yeshwant Sagar and which is supplying 30% water to Indore.
So that is at page 13, the affidavit filed by the state government before the Honorable Supreme Court. But if I get a speed out, but it's already filed in line. This affidavit, company is brought it here. But this affidavit is by the principal secretary.
Page 30.
Page 30, page 13, Page 13, madam.
Yes.
This is my application for intersection.
Right.
This affidavit is by the Commissioner Bhopal Gas Tragedy. Number para 2 is important. The relevant part is from para 5. Pursuant to directions of the Honorable Supreme Court, the Central Pollution Control Board had submitted an affidavit before the Honorable Supreme Court. Now this is an objection to that affidavit. Para 5 is important.
Yes.
The objections of the state of MP to the report dated 27/1/13 submitted by the Central Pollution Control Board are as follows. First, nature of waste used in conducting the trial. The group of ministers reconstituted to examine all issues relating to Bhopal gas leak disaster in its meeting held on 22/10/12. In paragraph 6, accepted the recommendation of the Secretary Environment and Forest and Member Secretary Central Pollution Control Board to conduct a trial run. TSDF Freedom Board with similar waste in order to determine the feasibility and technical capability of the TSDF, Pithampur, to dispose of 300 metric ton of toxic waste lying at UCI's premises by method of incineration. A true copy is so. The Central Pollution Control Board in total defiance of the minutes of meeting dated 22/10/12 of the group of ministers conducted a trial run at TSDF with industrial waste instead of toxic waste. Similar to the waste lying at UCIL factory at Bhopal, the Union of India in its core supplementary affidavit dated so and so as categorically that the test run at TSDF Pithampur conducted with industrial waste instead of similar toxic waste lying at UCIL. Copy so and so. The Central Pollution Control Board in total defiance of the minutes of the meeting dated 22/10/12 group of ministers Pithampur with the waste instead of toxic waste similar to the waste lying at UCIL factory Bhopal. Para D, my lord, is in view of the para E.
D or E?
Pardon,
Para
E.
Yes, E.
View of the fact that the trial at TSDF Pithampur has been conducted with totally different waste in defiance of minutes of meeting dated 22/10/12, and considering the fact that the waste with which the trial run was conducted was totally different from chemical toxic waste at UCIL in Bhopal, the report dated so and so submitted by CPCB may not be accepted by this honorable court, as the report did not present a clear picture with regard to the technical capability of facility at Pithampur. Para number 2, small 2, Roman 2. Reasonable apprehension of danger to the life and limb of people living near the vicinity of TSD in Pithampur. The facility at Pithampur, state of MP, is surrounded by habitation of people, which may be exposed to the side effect of gases, fuels, which may release by incinerating the toxic waste at UCIL factory in Bhopal. The Tarapur village, comprising of 105 houses, is only 250 meters away from the premises of TSDA facility, and the people living in the village need to be relocated before conducting incinerating the Bhopal gas toxic waste, which is highly hazardous nature considering its composition. A true copy of Google Map. Within the distance of 2 to 3 kilometers from TSDF Pithampur, there is developed an industrial sector. If any mishap take place by incinerating the Bhopal gas toxic waste, it will be adversely affect the industrial sector and also the people working in industries. The Honorable Court, in its order dated 11/5/2012, passed in the above mentioned matter by deferring the implementation of the earlier order dated 2022, took note of the possible adverse impact. Roman 3 is important at the bottom. Technical parameters not satisfied by TSDF Pithampur. The Madhya Pradesh Pollution Control Board closely monitored the performance of TSDF Pithampur during the trial test run conducted with the industrial waste from so and so. The Madhya Pradesh Pollution Control Board prepared a science analysis report of the performance of TSDF Pithampur during the trial test run conducted with the industrial waste from so and so, and found that the suspended particulate matter during the test run of the industrial waste exceeded the permissible limit. Copy of the analysis report is so and so. In view of the fact that the suspended particulate matter exceeded the permissible limit during the trial test run conducted at TSDF Pithampur.
But listen, this is filed long back in 2012.
Therefore, I'm saying,
Yes.
the state government has to analyze first what has happened thereafter, because now the population has increased, the industries have increased.
They will certainly do that. It is not कि आंख बंद करके वो कर देंगे. तो सब टेस्ट वगैरह चल रहे हैं.
This affidavit was taken in.
Permission granted by the central government. Central government has granted them the permission subject to 3 trial runs, man. Subject to 3 trial runs before transporting this man. That has not been done, man.
Take down.
So, my lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Worked out.
एक second.
An action plan was worked out in 2013.
That's only इसमें को.
My lord, may I submit one thing, my lord?
Mr. Kothal, let us pass the order. Pursuant to order dated 3/12/2024, the respondent, this is state of Madhya Pradesh, has filed affidavit which is taken on record, wherein it is stated that the waste was unloaded in 12 fireproof and leak-proof containers and transported in a long haul HALL trailers / trucks on the night of 1/1/2025. The transportation of waste was carried out with the support of the police and the administration, wherein the support team consisting of doctors, fire brigade staff, and a reserved team consisting of skilled labor was deployed. A green corridor was provided to the convoys, and the transport was done as per the approved SOP and tender requirements, which were totally in line with the Central Pollution Control Board guidelines. Stop. It is further stated in the affidavit that there has been a huge public outcry on the basis of certain fictitious media report wherein baseless rumors have been floated with the various sections of media to paint a picture that another industrial disaster would take place if the waste is unloaded and disposed of at the facility at Pithampur, which would lead to severe environmental implications. To cater the said mispublicity, the respondent has issued direction to various officials of the state to take action to infuse confidence in the public and to dispel their myths by giving them factual input so that they may not be guided by the fake news and the wrongful information floated by miscreants and vested interest. So, the state has prayed this court that the said exercise will take some time, and at this juncture, it is assured by the state that they will perform their duties and obligation and will take the public of Pithampur into confidence for the same. Stop. The another petition, that item number 41, has also been filed, whereby various issues have been raised. The state, some intervention application has also filed. Therefore, we direct the state of Madhya Pradesh to take into consideration all safety measures and accordingly comply order dated 3rd December 2024. So, how much time will it take for that to address all
at least 6 weeks time, my lord. At least 6 weeks time. My lord, two things, my lord. I am making a humble prayer. Yes. Your lordship may kindly permit her to unload the containers, my lord. We'll keep the waste at the safe storage place at Pithampur, my lord. That is required to be done, my lord. Your lordship may kindly direct us, my lord. We'll do that. Because, my lord, the waste cannot be kept in the container for long period of time. So we may be kindly be permitted and granted liberty to unload it. First part of the order.
No, just a minute. Let me conclude first. Don't enter your life. For that purpose, no tax is required. So therefore, if loaded and where to be uploaded, you have to see that. It is there. For that purpose, no.
My lord, in fact,
whatever the manner you want to do, you have to do. No tax is required for that purpose. Because from one place to another place you have taken, loaded in the lorries, you address the other issues which they have raised, and there are.
My lord, yes. My lord, yes. Your lordship may kindly appreciate, well, there is a storage facility. But my lord, in the light of the fake news which is widely circulated among the general public, so my lord, what we need to win confidence of the public. For that, my lord, we need at least 6 weeks time, my lord. First part of the direction which I am humbly praying for. And the second part is, my lord, there is a safe storage place. So we may kindly be permitted to unload the container. So that, my lord, in the light of the directions of the Honorable Court, my lord, we'll keep it in the safe place.
Why the permission is required?
That is the first step they have to take.
My lord, in absence of the order, my lord, if we'll do that, my lord, it
No, but-
may result into some law and order problem.
Direction was to upload from Bhopal and take to the place and dispose of accordingly as per the norms,
Ji.
right? So where to keep?
And when to keep.
What steps to be taken? That you take them where the direction is required.
No, this industrial waste is lying in containers since 2005.
In the same container.
2005, yeah, it is lying in containers.
Now,
Now those containers have been transported to the new place.
no, container में
My lord, this is not correct.
कंटेनर से लॉरी में लोड हुए अब
नहीं सर, उल्टा है सर. Earlier my lord, pursuant to court orders.
लॉरी में लोड कब हुए pursuant to this order?
Yes.
Barrels have been loaded in the containers. It was already lying in the barrels. Now those barrels-
No, my friend.
Again, this
My lord,
is not correct. Again, this is not
Anyway,
correct.
they will take step all safety measures. It is none of our job.
Your
But in my
lordships,
intervention application, I have suggested some alternative sites. If your lordship may kindly go through my intervention application, there are about 20 sites where the hazardous material can be disposed of, my lord.
Grant further 6 weeks time to comply order dated 3/12/2024. Stop. The media, print and electronic are directed not to publish fake news.
My lord, 6 weeks time only to win confidence of the public.
Sorry?
For that, my lord, we need 6 weeks time. Your lordship may kindly apply because disposal of waste.
that is given.
You have not heard, you are discussing. 6 weeks time we have.
6 weeks given.
Yes.
Media
Is not that.
Media के लिए.
ठीक है?
My lord, fake news which is not based on any substantive truth, my lord, or the fact given by authorities.
Fake news.
My lord, after 6
Without
weeks,
any-
we'll come back
Yes.
to your lordship.
इसमें shall not publish any fake news. Fake news which will create fear and confusion in the public regarding the disposal of the waste material. Stop. For compliance करो इसको after 6 weeks.
And my lord,
your lordships may keep it because your lordship 6 weeks is for building confidence. They need to start lordship an evaluation of what is happening in the groundwater and in the soil. Your lordship may keep it
इसमें आए हैं जो भी
2
है
weeks.
आपकी जो इंटरवेंशन एप्लीकेशन है item 41 is also whatever the suggestions were they will take into
My lord, we have suggested some alternative sites, my lord.
Let there be meeting.
आपने उसमें लिखा है
Yes, my lord.
पर वो लिखा तो हमें सुनो एक सेकंड आपने अगर लिखा है मीटिंग का वो भी हमने बोला ना कि ये सब देख के और कंसीडर करके स्टेप्स लेंगे
No, my application is already before your court.
Government will decide whether.
Personal hearing will be given, my lord. All the expertise people which are before the court.
और सुना आप तो क्यों नहीं समझते जब हमने कहा कि जो भी आपने एप्लीकेशन में लिखा है जो पिटीशन 41 में लिखा है उसको एग्जामिन करके और दे विल टेक इनटू कंसीडरेशन
Lordship may say that they will be treated.
नहीं, वो तो उसको hearing करेंगे, उस पर reply.
सॉरी
They will not burn this in that plant.
ये खुद ही 6 वीक का टाइम है कहाँ से बर्न कर रहे हैं
Your lordship may call for a
6 weeks
report
time.
from the high power.
Your
Your
lordship,
lordship, this is not only an issue which concerns the Madhya Pradesh government.
क्वेश्चन कहाँ है
They may take the confidence of people and they may do.
तो करेंगे ना वो
we have time for that. Come back.
Please talk about
Lordship, may I only submit your lordship?
One
My
prayer.
lord, those reports will be placed before your lordships.
एक सेकंड
We may kindly be granted
Lordship,
liberty
may I only
to load the containers, my lord. That part of order is required. Keeping in view, my lord, the fake news which is widely circulated among them. That part, my lord, we may be granted liberty to unload these containers, my lord, and to.
उसमें परमिशन कहाँ कोर्ट की चाहिए? कोर्ट ने कब कहा?
सर मेरा निवेदन ये है,
कोर्ट ने कब कहा कि आप वहां लेके जाएंगे, अनलोड नहीं करेंगे? कहाँ लिखा है बताओ?
सर मैं
कोर्ट का ऑर्डर है डिस्पोजल तक का, तो उसमें कहाँ रखना, क्या करना, मैं ये नहीं समझ पा रहा।
सर आज इस स्टेज पे सर हमको उसको अनलोड करने के लिए 3 दिन के अंदर इतना लिबर्टी मिल जाए। मैं मेरा निवेदन ये है कंटेनर से उतारने, क्योंकि जिस तरह से अनरेस्ट फेक न्यूज के माध्यम से अमंग जनरल पब्लिक किया हुआ है सर, हम उनका कॉन्फिडेंस विन करेंगे 6 सप्ताह के अंदर। वील पुट आवर सिंसियर एफर्ट्स in that direction.
Pithampur and Dhar district is entirely tribal area.
Which I am making. Your Lordship kindly grant us liberty, sir, that we may be granted liberty to unload.
Public outcry करे क्या?
आप हर बात के लिए कोर्ट में आ रहे हैं तो हमको आना पड़ेगा।
There is less if this will be done. And this kind of order.
Sorry?
The court order is required to be unloaded.
No, sir.
Now, what is the flip side of that order?
नहीं, पर सुनो, कोर्ट ने कब, कोर्ट ने तो यहाँ से पैक
ले जाके उसको इंसिनरेट करना,
उसमें हर चीज आई हुई है, वो तो आपने देखना कब अपलोड करना।
हाँ, कब, that they have to decide.
Your lordship has said scientifically as per the law.
My lord, that liberty is always there with the state government. It may kindly be
observed. You cannot put it on this honorable
I'm making
court.
a humble prayer.
Direct them to break the law.
The learned advocate general has requested this court that they may be permitted to unload the material from the lorries.
Containers.
From the container. Stop.
No, from the containers. The containers have to be moved.
From the lorries.
Containers से.
Like containers को आप वैसे के वैसे रखेंगे हम आप
नहीं trailers से, trailers from the trailers.
Lorry is that trailer.
वो आपके मटेरियल की
trailer.
Stop. It is pertinent to mention here that wide order dated 3/12/2024, the state was directed to upload, to take the material from Bhopal and dispose of the same as per the norms /NP at the place. Thus, no further order is required to upload. It is the prerogative of the respondent state to unload and dispose of the same as per the direction of this court. That's it.
So can I just point out one more thing?
Yes.
The cost of incineration.
Sorry?
Cost of incineration. See, they have calculated as about 3,700 rupees per kilo of waste. Whereas in 2005, it was at 14 rupees a kilo.
Yes.
14.8 rupees a kilo. So there must be some explanation why this difference in 2005 and 2024. How could the cost be so high? That has to be explained, sir. Because 3,714 rupees it's a huge gap.
Well, that company is established in 80 crores per annum. And for this tender, they are giving 126 crores.
So there's something improper in this.
चलो इनको करने दो, जब अगर ज्यादा खर्च किया होगा उसके लिए PIL फाइल करना, विल टेक अ
Move an eye here, my lord. They can move an eye.
Your lordship may ask for a report from the high-powered committee, because this is not an issue that concerns only the state government. The high-powered committee has also the secretary of the Ministry of Environment and the CPCB, etc. So high-powered committee may be asked to submit a report before the next date of hearing.
And sir, this
We are so highly objective.
is a very small fraction of the total waste. Your order of last order says the entire toxic waste. You use the word entire, and that is what is so crucial, because there is still 11 billion tons of toxic waste 1.1 million tons of toxic waste and soil sitting within the factories and outside in the solar evaporation ponds, which has led to the
11 metric tons, 11 million metric tons, Your Lordship.
First week of March, my lord.
18 February 2025. Same order. में कंबाइन कर देना 41 में
कनिष्ठ हो रहा है सर, अभी कोर्ट स्लिप दी है,
अब दे दिया, हो जाएगा, उसको भी ऐड कर लो,
उसको भी ऐड
अभी आ जाएगा।
Stay ahead with our cutting-edge news app. Instantly access the latest shorts in just 1 minute and breaking news in just 50 words. Download now for a smarter, faster news experience.